Hi, in this tutorial we are going to learn what match types are. So match types is an attribute of keywords. Okay, match type is an attribute of keywords. We apply match types to keywords only. So keyword match types are some parameters that can be set at your keyword level, and we do this to control which searches trigger your ad to appear. So keyword match types are parameters that can be set on your keywords to control which searches or search queries should trigger your ads. With the help of match types, you can decide what are the various search queries for which you want your ad to get triggered and displayed. There are mainly four different categories of match types. The first category is broad match, which ideally we should avoid. The second category is a slightly better version of broad match, which is modified broad match. The third category is called as the phrase match, and the fourth category is called as the exact match. Okay, there is something called as negative, which can also be treated as exclusions, but I'll come to that part later. Right now, we are going to focus on broad match, modified broad match, phrase match, and exact match. So, what happens in broad match? Now, by default, your keywords are placed in broad match. Okay, this is your default match type. This is the default match type of your keywords. Now, suppose you've added a keyword like women's hats. Now, when someone goes to Google and searches for men's hats, your ad will get triggered. You see the problem? Are you selling men's hat? No. The keyword that you targeted was women's hats. But the user is searching for men's hats and still your ad is getting triggered. Why is that? Now, why does Google do this? When the user searches for men's hats, now Google sees that your keyword contains hats and the user's keyword also contains hats. So, even if one word from your keyword matches with one word or any one word of the user's search query, your ad will get triggered. Let's look at another example. If someone searches for women's scarves, but you're selling hats, but still your ad will get triggered. The reason is women's and women's, they match, your ad will get triggered. If someone searches for girls' fedoras, your ad will still get triggered because women's and girls have quite similar attributes. So Google sees these two words as synonyms. Hence, your ad will get triggered. So ideally in broad match, your ad will get a lot of impressions, but majority of these impressions will be irrelevant. Your ad will be visible to irrelevant search queries as well, which we should avoid. Let's look at another example. If your targeted keyword is digital marketing course, now ideally your ad should get triggered for keywords like digital marketing course, okay, which is good. So when someone goes to Google and searches for digital marketing course, your ad will get triggered, which is fine. If the user searches for courses for digital marketing, your ad will still get triggered, which is also fine. The reason is Google compares each word with the keyword. So in this case, Google sees that course and course match, he will trigger your ad, or digital and digital match, he will trigger your ad, or even marketing and marketing match. But now there's another user who is searching for marketing courses. Now, marketing courses is very broad term, and if you are a digital marketing institute, this term becomes irrelevant for you, right? Because marketing courses is a very broad term, and you are selling a subset of marketing courses, which is only digital marketing courses. So, in this case, you don't want your ad to get triggered for keywords like or search queries like marketing courses, but still Google will show your ad. Why? Because marketing matches with marketing, courses matches with course. Another example, the user is searching for how to market digital cameras. Ideally your ad should not get triggered, but in this case your ad will be displayed for this search query as well. Why? Because Digital matches with digital. So Google sees that, okay, there's a word digital over here and you have targeted digital in your keywords. So they match with each other and Google will trigger your ad. In another example, marketing courses digitally. So the intent of the user is entirely different. Again, this is an irrelevant keyword, but still your ad is getting triggered because marketing matches with marketing, courses matches with course, singular, plural, they don't matter. Google is flexible. Google does consider singular and plural. You don't have to add each and every variant and spelling mistake of each and every word. Okay, so Google is flexible in that case. So singular, plurals and misspellings are considered. Remember this sentence because there is a question in your Google Ads certification exam around it says something like do you have to add variations of each and every word and misspellings? So the answer is no. That is because Google is flexible and does consider misspellings and singular plurals. Okay. So effect of broad match. What will happen if a keywords are in broad match, which they are right now? Okay. So you might get too many impressions, and most of these impressions will be irrelevant. Okay, for irrelevant search queries. So because your ad is getting triggered for irrelevant search queries, you might end up getting a lot of irrelevant clicks, and you are just spending money for clicks. So you're wasting your money. So you should always avoid broad match. Never use broad match. But a solution to this is modified broad match, the next match type. So this is one of the solutions for the issue in broad match. So broad match modifier is a match type which many people prefer and like because it gives you a wider reach of broad match, but it also allows you to be more restrictive around specific queries that will trigger your ad. Broad match modifier works by appending a special symbol like plus sign. Can you see the plus sign over here? Okay. So when you add a plus sign before any of the words in your keywords, that means you're telling Google, trigger my ad only if the user's search query contains this word. Trigger my ad only if it contains this word. So for example, if your keyword is plus women's hats, that means you have made women's word compulsory. The word women is compulsory. The user's search query should have women's. Then only your ad will get shown or triggered. So if the user Googles women's fedoras, so women's and women's match, your ad will get triggered. If someone searches for hats for women, so women and women's match, your ad will get triggered. Remember, Google considers singular plurals and spelling mistakes. Women's clothing, again your ad will get triggered because your search query contains women's as the word. Okay. Let us look at a few more examples. So suppose our keyword is digital marketing course and we have made digital and marketing mandatory. That means you're telling Google trigger my ad only if the user's search query contains digital as a word as well as marketing. It should contain both the words. Both the words are compulsory, right? That's why. So if the user searches for digital marketing course, your ad will get triggered because his search query contains digital as well as marketing, which is compulsory over here as per these things. If the user searches for course for digital marketing, again your ad will get triggered. So in both the cases, the search query was quite relevant. Okay, so your ad will get triggered even if the sequence of words changes. Like for example, can you see course for digital marketing? And the targeted keyword was digital marketing course, right? So the sequence is different, but still your ad get triggered as long as the words that are mandatory are present in the user search query. Okay, so mandatory words should be present in the search query. The sequence doesn't matter over here. But look at this example. Marketing courses, again, a very broad field, okay, very broad term. Your ad won't get triggered for this. Why? Because it contains marketing. So in broad match, it would have got triggered. But in modified broad match, we have told Google that marketing is compulsory, but so is digital. And this search query doesn't contain the word digital. So your ad won't get triggered for this keyword. Look at this digital watch repair course. So So the search query contains the word digital, but it does not contain the word marketing, so the ad won't get triggered again. Another example, tips for marketing digital cameras. Now the problem with this is this search query contains marketing as well as digital, but the intent is the user is trying to find tips for marketing digital cameras, which is totally irrelevant for you because you're selling digital marketing course, right? But because the user search query contains marketing and digital, your ad will get triggered. In another example, if the search query is free marketing course for digital products, again, marketing course for digital products, the intent of the user is something else, something different, and this keyword is irrelevant for you, but still your ad is getting triggered. Why? Because it contains the words marketing and digital. Sorry, not course. It contains the word marketing and digital, which are compulsory words which you have defined over here, digital and marketing. In case of modified broad match, you might get many impressions, and some of those impressions will be relevant and some of them will be irrelevant as well, because again it is modified broad match. So you might end up getting some irrelevant clicks as well. Okay, but modified broad match is a good match type to add when you are targeting keywords for a very niche business. Okay, so for businesses like bellow sealed walls, not many people go to Google and search for bellow sealed walls, right? So for such businesses like bellow sealed walls, electroplating services in Mumbai, we usually prefer modified broad match as the match type. The next match type is phrase match. So in phrase match, we usually add double inverted commas before and after a phrase. Like in this case, can you see the keyword is women's hats, and we've added a double inverted comma sign before and after the keyword. That means you are telling Google, trigger my ad only if the user's search query contains this phrase, women's hats, and in the same sequence. Like if someone searches for women's hats, your ad will get triggered. But if someone searches for hats for women, the sequence of words has changed, right? So the ad won't get triggered. Look at these examples. So the user searches for red women's hats. I can see the sequence is same, women's hats and women's hats. The ad will get triggered. Women's hats for weddings. The ad will get triggered because women's hats, the phrase is present and in the same sequence. But if someone searches for hats for women for wedding, so the sequence has changed, right? Hats for women. So the ad won't get triggered. Let us look at a few examples. If the keyword is digital marketing course in double inverted commas, that is phrase match, your ad will get triggered for search queries like digital marketing course and for search queries like best digital marketing course, right? Because both the search queries contain the phrase mentioned in the double inverted commas as digital marketing course. So your ad will get triggered for these search queries. Now anything before the phrase and after the phrase is fine, but the query should contain the same words, same set of words in the same sequence, same set of words in the same sequence. Okay, before and after the phrase anything else is fine, your ad will get triggered. Now if someone searches for digital watch repair course, so digital and course is there, and can you see the phrase is missing, digital marketing course, the phrase is missing, so your ad won't get triggered. Tips for marketing digital cameras, again the phrase is missing, the ad won't get triggered. Free marketing courses for digital products, now the words are present, marketing course digital, marketing course and digital, but they are not in the same sequence, so your ad won't get triggered. So the ad won't get triggered for these three search queries, right? So you must have observed by now that you're getting very filtered results, which is good, and you're getting somewhat relevant impressions and relevant clicks. which is always preferred by any advertiser. So this is used when your keywords have a decent or a very high search volume or average monthly searches. Okay, so for businesses like home loan, digital marketing courses, we can use these keywords. Okay, this match type. So for businesses like digital marketing course and home loan, we can use phrase match.